one on tap in the AFC South. It's the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
I'm not sure if a guy jumped into the NFL scene quicker than Cam Ward a year ago at the University of Miami. I was down there. I watched his college debut for the Hurricanes in the swamp against Florida, and I walked out of there. I'm not so sure if I knew he was going to be the first overall pick, but I knew he was going to be an unbelievable college player, and here he is with the future of this franchise on his shoulders. He's not going to blink. Everywhere he's been, every coach says, Cam Ward changed the future of our team, of our organization, and there's no reason to think he's not going to do it again. Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day, we're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
From the gun, here's Ward. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch, and instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
On the field, he's got to come close. They get 19 on that pass play. That's good for a Titans first down.
That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jake Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it, and the Titans will take a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, #2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Think back to a couple years ago. He's the 2nd overall pick. He's the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Going into year 2, Mike, I think the expectations were that he was going to blow up onto the scene and be MVP-type quarterback. The team as a whole took a little bit of a step back, and so did CJ. So I think going in, they're motivated. I think they want to recapture a lot of the magic from CJ Stroud's rookie year and now see, okay, in year 3, with the pieces he has around him, they think the sky's the limit.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. And another first down, and another big gainer. This time 23 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards. And another first down.
And the Texans first down.
Here's Chubb. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
A second down throw for Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Woody Marks. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Jimmy DK now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense going to take over now for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So he'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Starts. It's a carry by Pollard. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
the gun, Ward. This one complete to Ridley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Shotgun snap for Ward. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. Call it a gain of 13. First down for Tennessee.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and the first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win. That's exactly what he did here. The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Off play action, it's Ward. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions. And I think in his growth process, this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On 4th down, on is the veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. Sly's kick is good. And the Titans go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Joey Sly back out, kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Xavier Woods there on the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's the rookie from Southern Cal. And this will be a Texans first down. They'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 14 on the pickup. First down for Houston.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Titans' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Schultz, the motion man. On 2nd down, Chubb. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Tavondre Sweat there on the tackle.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Gain on the play.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Kirk is the motion man. On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Chubb. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Texans first down.
That's another Texans first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Texans.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it 2nd down and 11. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
We'll try and run it here, and it's Joe. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And the Texans, first down. First and goal at the...
And anytime you have a long drive going, you'd hate to have it stall out there. So that's a really nice job up front, making sure that that doesn't happen, and it's going to set up first and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
All the way back at the 14 now. Second down and goal. Here's Stroud. He takes off. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Throwing here on third and goal. And he'll take it on in. Harrison Bryant. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown, Houston.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will tie things up. It's now 10-10. This one's kicked off. On the return, it's Jim DK. Ooh. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do with a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the bootleg, it's Ward. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
On second down, here's Ward. Out to his right. Now he takes off. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
To throw on second down is Ward. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now it's Ward. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. He'll look underneath here for Marks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
A throw on the move is caught. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, like I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll go with Chubb. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. To the left side and caught by Schultz. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher.
Still 3rd down.
So now after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. Stroud going to set up to throw. To the right side, and Kurt's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. Ward. Exiting the pocket right.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll send the tight end in motion right. On 1st down, Ward. On throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. Tony Pollard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Kirk is the motion man. Now Chubb. Space to run. Inside the 20. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. They get 18 on that one. 1st down for Houston.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. Running is Chubb. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Yes, he's done. 1st and goal coming up.
1st down. 1st and goal.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Stroud. He puts it up, and it's caught. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Texans.
Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Titans 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Titans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Ward gonna keep it here on the zone read, and he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
From the gun, here's Ward. Middle of the field, he's got a conquest. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. To break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
To throw is Ward. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was looking for Jim DK that time. And third down coming up.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll try and run here with Spears. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Texans offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll stay on the ground with Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Texans first down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Houston.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Stroud. Over the middle. He's got the tight end Schultz. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Texans offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
On a second down throw for Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down for Houston.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming out.
And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
They try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. That's out wide for Chubb. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Titans offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you won't kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
18-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Throwing on 3rd down. Ward forced to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble. Give them a new set of downs.
This just kills you as a defensive coordinator. Here you are thinking you're going to get a 3 and out, get off the field, pick up some momentum for your team, and you allow the quarterback to get loose with his legs, and he's able to pick up just enough on 3rd down to convert, and now you got to go back out and defend a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He's beyond midfield to the 45. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Kamari Lassiter there on the stop.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And that is incomplete.
All right, so in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have fourth down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging fourth down decision.
A 49-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Joey Fry back out to kick this one away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Chubb. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's taken in by Chubb. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He'll air one out for Higgins. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Texans set to punt this one away. Be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Titans offense ready to get back at him. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
Off play action, it's Ward. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
From the gun on third down. Ward. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. That one is complete. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He elects to go down to the ground and give himself up.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended target there. And it's going to be fourth down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
The Texans getting all set to punt, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. He'll try the left side with Pollard. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15 yards through the air. First down for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
First and 10, and they give it to Pollard. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Ward. He'll step up and run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That penalty is declined.
Now it is 1st and goal. In motion, Okonkwo. Now it's Ward. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. They'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
And he's in. Alvin Ridley. Touchdown Titans. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Titans go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Chubb. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Tavondre Sweat there on the tackle.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Stroud. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
First
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. Throwing is Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Houston.
To throw is Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Texans first down.
First and 10.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. Open man, that's Collins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Stroud. He takes off. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
Here's Chubb. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll run the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Texans have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's DK. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action, it's Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throw on the run is complete. He's got the 1st down. Not by a whole lot. Only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
So, of course, these plays are designed, Mike, to get big gains, but even though that's not the case here, what these plays do is they keep the defense off balance. They match up with their regular traditional run game. They match up with all their pre-snap motions and shifts. So it just adds a little eye candy and makes this defense, the second they take their eyes off the read, if they guess wrong, that's where the big plays come and complement offense.
They're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
They'll go back to Pollard on 1st downs. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
So depending on the defense, Mike, sometimes the corner has to play soft, thinking toss pass, double pass, some sort of trick play. But not in this style defense. He knows he has safety help who will play for that over the top. He immediately reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take him down for a loss.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. That's caught by Van Jefferson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and the 1st down.
At the 30-yard line.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could and leads to a nice pickup.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but it does show you that make-you-miss-ability that he has.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Again, it's Pollard. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Now Ward on a design run.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. In motion, Okonkwo. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's another.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
No gain on the play.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Pollard showing off the elusiveness, and he's in. Touchdown. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and good. And the Titans go up by 3. It's 27-24.
Texans 24.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Texans offense and their star running back, Big Chubb, set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. On first down, it's Stroud. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. It's a big play when they needed it the most. An even 40 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This one complete to Higgins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
8 of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. They'll send a tight end in motion. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, 1st and goal. Schultz, the motion man. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Over the top. He's got it. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Houston. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The kick is good. Makes the score Texans 31, Titans 27.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's DK. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Titans offense, quarterback Cam Ward headed back out onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wait for white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll go up for 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Titans will use the 1st of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Ward. Looking middle, and he's got Wrigley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. Back to throw is Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. Will be their second. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame.
First down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Ward. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Again, it's Ward. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. Ward to throw again. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Titan.
So it's a win for the visiting Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.